Hi, I'm Anna Levin-Rosen.
And I'm Lisa Delson. We wanted to share the results of our research with you.
Our senior capstone project, entitled Thinking Outside the Tzedakah Box, was created to address the rabbi as fundraiser and philanthropist. We know that rabbis often have the honor of leading congregants to the mitzvah of tzedakah.
We wanted to create source materials to aid in the development of giving congregations and communities. So we went to rabbis and fundraising professionals to learn from their best practices.
Here is a selection of clips that will be on our website, along with text studies, curricula, and fundraising guides. The following are thoughts on the topics of strategy, perspective, and donor recognition.
Know whether the mission of the college and all of its multiple varieties is an appropriate tzedakah for them, or the building of the personal relationship is significant, and then being clear about what the goal of the fundraising is and believing it with all of one's heart, soul, and mind.
As dealing with philanthropists, and it's listening. I mean, you never, I say anyone who wants to raise money and anyone who wants to do any sort of sales, you never come in with your pitch, you never come in just espousing your set of values or what you want money for first. You listen first, and I think that the priorities are, what their passions are, because inevitably when you are coming from the same place, whether it's shared values or the very fact that they agreed to sit and talk to you means that they have some interest in your organization or cause, it's important for you to identify from that person why they came to that table with you. And once you identify that, it's much easier to tell your story. People fund stories. People fund things that resonate for them. They don't necessarily fund your nonprofit in a 501c3.
Back to something I learned at HUC, actually years ago, from Schreiselden. And I don't remember the context at all, how it came up. But he taught that asking for money is giving people the opportunity to do a mitzvah. And that you as the rabbi must believe really deeply that the opportunity you're giving them is an important one. And that people are going to give them money anyway. The question is to where will they give it? And you have to believe passionately enough that the synagogue is the place where they should be giving it. No.
That the aspect of sharing one's means is of all kinds of means. It's of intellectual means. It is their prayerful means. It is the song that they sing in the journey of their life. And it is, well, their ability to share in giving of tzedakah.
Communal service programs, so you have a much more involved congregation, which does inspire giving, because the major huge givers, if they see that these things are going on, will be inspired to give, even if they are not necessarily participating in them. And the participants very often lend support as well.
Know that even in the American economy as it is today, there are plenty of people who are comfortable enough that they can still give. We have to be careful about how we ask them. We have to be careful also to not shame those who can't.
Context is everything. And I always have said to everybody around, I know that everyone feels uncomfortable with plaquing and naming things and whatnot. But think about it less about the person's ego stroking in the here and now, and think about what those things say to generations that follow. You go to, the synagogue in Rhode Island that is the oldest. You see the ladies' sewing circle, which was the sisterhood, and what they gave. And yes, their names are up on a wall, and maybe it felt crass in their day, but look at the record that we have of what people stood up and did. I'd love to give examples. Say that, you care deeply about books and learning, and you named a library. And your great-grandchildren one day walk and see that sign over that library. I mean, they then knew what great-grandma really cared about. And you can't, you can't replace that. That's really powerful.
We thank you for taking a few minutes to preview our material.
We appreciate the opportunity to work with the CCAR and the President's Office at HUC on the study of fundraising and today's rabbinate.
Keep your eyes out for the final project on the web, which will be launched this spring.